People love saying the car scene isn't what it used to be. They wish it was better, like it was back in the day. But I don't think most of them actually understand what the car scene really is. So for example, we'll talk about when you have a car that gains attention, and this could be, just the leading examples would be Skyline GTR, Supra, Mustang. In Australia, it'll be a HSV or a Falcon. Just, the ones that'll get you attention first. But this will still trickle down to all other car makes and models. You'd think you're making friends with people, but you're not. They're making friends with your car. And for the most part, you'll only find this out the day you sell the car, you take it off the road, or if you break it. That's very possible. Something you might not think about is in a lot of these people's contacts, you're known as the Supra guy, the Skyline guy, or whatever. It's not you, it's what you're associated with. And most people never really experience this because they'll sell their car or they'll swap and they will get into a very similar car to what they were in. So they're still a part of that category and they don't really get to find out who was really there for them. It's very similar to when someone, a part of a friend group, stops drinking or partying. And it especially doesn't help if many people of that group do the same thing, because then they kind of just realize that they have nothing in common. The glue holding them together was the fact that they would all indulge in drinking and whatnot. And then if there's nothing in common, they don't talk to each other and the group will disperse. And this is especially prominent in the car scene when you'll see someone with the same car as you. You'll feel compelled to become their friend and you get to know each other, you've got something in common. A lot of the time, you'll find that with these people that you've been sort of paired up with, you remove the car, you two would never hang out under any other circumstances. And he yells at his girlfriend a little too much. I think the worst one might be rich guys with social issues. They don't do a lot of the talking, but their car will do it. And their car can introduce them to a lot of people. And sometimes that's not a bad thing. It's just a little kicker in the right direction. But because their car is so visually and audibly loud, they'll usually find themselves around the wrong kind of people. Good luck making friends when you've got a GT3 RS. All the genuine people want to become friends with you. Because I don't think if you rolled up with a Triple S Pulsar with some mag wheels, I don't think you're going to be introduced to that many people in contrast to having a Porsche GT3 RS or a GTR. It's just how it goes. Something similar to that was the first kid in primary school to have a ripstick. That man had the keys to the kingdom. He could turn the tides at the snap of his wrist. Snap his fingers. Those people made a lot of friends very easily. They didn't have any trouble. Now, a lot of people have their entire identity and ego built on owning a certain car. Hell, they probably even have a social media dedicated to it. And with no thriving car scene, there's no audience to praise them. It's like when you'll see an Instagram account that's dedicated to a rare dog breed. And I don't mean the breed in general. I mean, there is one dog out there that owner just set them up with an Instagram account. The owner doesn't have all these friends. It's because of what you have. But I guess in the modern world, that's just become normalized. The exotic car owner. And usually the only people in the local area who have exotics are also selling courses, business advice and guidance. So they're kind of doubling. They're someone who's financed a high-end supercar to then join local car communities to get yourself known. And then the Trojan horse reveals itself as you're trying to become this business advisor and guidance person. But we won't look at your repayments to the car. And it's not all bad. I did meet some very good lifelong friends through the car scene. But if anything, we don't need a car scene. You just need an easier accessibility to like-minded individuals. Because a lot of people can just laugh as if they're a car enthusiast. They can just repeat things that they've heard other people say and sound intelligent. They can say, the SR20 doesn't like limiter. They'll just say things. And they've never owned a Jap car of any sort. And they'll just say these things they repeat. They just repeat things that they hear. And then they'll try wean themselves into circles to try pretend they have any sort of knowledge of the topic. And where it gets really annoying is people who pretend to have cars. I've seen that before, where they'll just sort of show you a photo and be like, yeah, mate, I've been in town, and there'll be people that just show you a photo on their phone. It's like, oh, I've got a WRX, it's got 1,000 horse. And you're like, okay. I don't even call them out or anything, just accept it. And then they show me a photo that's got a US license plate on it, or something like that. And it's like, yeah, that's mine. And I feel that's people that just want to fit in. And look, I get it. There's better ways to go about it. The dead giveaway was people who sold their car because the scene went away. Because for them, it wasn't owning a car and driving it for the sake of owning the car. Like me having a Supra. Oh, it's fun and it looks good now. It used to not look good. And oh, it drives good and I enjoy it. It's fun. A lot of people thought to themselves, how do I look in this car? What do people see me as because I have this car? And then with no scene, no audience, no one to praise them, they get rid of it. But now in removing the car scene from local areas, we now just have Instagram. So people all over the world can get their praise. And they can also get ridiculed for having fake wheels. That's also a thing. And so to sum it all up, it's not all bad, but a lot of people are longing for, a time that once was, via they were even there, or they had a photo from way back and they could see a car park full of, cars you don't really see anymore. And that's natural. And it's that time again. So if you feel free to like and subscribe if you like the video. And if not, feel free to leave a negative comment. Write something mean and nasty, because I always like good reading material. It's character development. I'm trying to upload on Wednesdays and Fridays. We'll see how well I can stick to that, but that's the goal. Until next time, over and out.